Hey Fleet Feet Runners, this is Garrett McLaughlin. As we prepare for the upcoming seminar on October 15th, again, we're looking at strength training for runners and really look at the basics behind strength training so you can incorporate some very simple techniques and strategies within your routine to see better results and better injury prevention and resiliency within your running. So what's important when it comes to strength training is working a variety of movements. Because running is always forward in that same movement pattern, we actually need to start to train more variability. So your what's called your frontal plane, your side-to-side movements, and your transverse, your rotational movements. So what I want to show you today is what's called the lateral squat. It's one of my favorite exercises to teach runners how to move side to side, because if you're always going forward, you're not training muscles in a variety of ways. So you kind of lose the ability to have the flexibility, but also the strength to move side to side, which is important to break yourself out of that normal running movement pattern. Because in the end, yes, it's different. It's in a different plane than running, but all this does carry over to better running performance because we're actually working on flexibility through the adductors, the muscle of the inner thigh, and strengthening through the hips. So if you think about running, those two areas are very important for successful running. So this is very relevant. So lateral squat, if you set up here, instead of being completely just side to side with the feet, one foot is actually forward. That's the side you're going to go to. As you sit back and think lateral lunge, but stationary feet, you're going to push the butt back, sink into the hip, and then you're going to drive yourself back up using the quad and using the glute. Okay, so I'm sitting back, I'm using my arms as a counterbalance, my body's slightly tipping forward, I'm sitting into my right hip, my knee is trying to center right over my shoelaces, and then I'm pushing my butt, again, pushing from my glute, butt, and quad to get myself back up. So as I get down, I feel tons of flexibility and stretching through the adductors, the groin muscles, as I strengthen the hips. So very good movement, again, can be used as part of your dynamic warm-up just to get the body loose, ready, get some of the hip muscles firing, or as part of your strength training routine to start to move in multiple planes of motion.